Hi there, I'm Kelly Damphus, and welcome to the February edition of the First Friday video. I'm joined today by our Vice Chancellor for Diversity and Community Engagement, Dr. Maurice Gipson.
Thanks for inviting me.
Maurice, I'm really excited about all the work that your division is doing here at Arkansas State. It's not very old, but it brings together some very important aspects of A-State's mission.
Absolutely. Connecting A-State to the community and promoting diversity really go hand in hand.
You know, I talked briefly last month about the name change for the Beck Center for Veterans and our new Office for Military and Veterans Student Success. That's also part of your division, right?
Absolutely. Both are part of our division, and it's a great example of A-State's commitment to supporting those students who come from diverse backgrounds. We actually have a decades-old tradition of being military-friendly at A-State, and that begins with recognizing that our students headed into the military and our veterans are a distinct student population. We have programs that address specific needs like the Beck Center. For more than a decade, it has been important to be an outreach to the community of veterans who live in Northeast Arkansas.
What are some of the other offices that are also in your division?
It's an excellent question. So the office,
I know the answer, they don't.
So the Office of Multicultural Affairs and our recently renamed Office of Access and Accommodations are two of our critical offices that impact a large number of A-State students on campus. The Multicultural Center takes the lead in several of our ethnic history months, with this being Black History Month, in programming. They assist with several programs that assist our students of color for making a transition from high school to college. And the Office of Access and Accommodations, which used to be Disability Services, provides critical needs for our students who really need a couple other accommodations on campus. So they help with note taking. They provide a golf cart program to get them from class to class.
I've seen those golf carts go by my office here all the time, and so it's really great for our students who are either temporarily or permanently disabled to be able to get across our campus pretty
Absolutely.
easily. So you mentioned helping with the transition to college. There are a lot of first-generation students who come to Arkansas State. I was a first-generation student.
So was I.
And you were as well, and so it's really important. It can be very difficult if your parents didn't go to college for you to go to college because you don't have that same kind of social support back home, and so you provide some support there as well.
No, we absolutely do, and you're correct on that. First-generation students often lack those family members who can guide them through the university. Our A-State Connection program will be held in April. It brings high school sophomores and juniors to campus to stay overnight, and they're paired with juniors and seniors who serve as their mentors. And really what we want to make sure that we can help those high school students, particularly in the Delta region, get acclimated to campus life.
You know, one of the things that's kind of surprising about first-generation students that come to these programs, for some of them it's the first time they've ever come to a college campus. They may have come for a sporting event,
Sure.
but haven't actually been on a campus or stayed in a dorm or interacted with other college students, and so this is a great opportunity for them to learn more about what's going on in the college, what it means to go to college.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we give them the opportunity to visit with professors. They get a chance to see our learning commons in the library. So we really show them all the tools to be successful on campus. They certainly know about Redwood football, but we want to make sure that they are successful and we can get them all the way through.
Well, one of the things we try to tell students a lot is that when I go out to meet with them in high schools is you might think you're not academically prepared to go to college or that you can't afford to go to college, but that's not true. If you're being successful in high school, that translates pretty well into college, and also we work very hard on creating scholarships for students who come from challenging backgrounds.
Absolutely.
To help them be able to afford college as well. College is expensive, but we can help bridge that gap for many of our students.
You're absolutely right.
Now, where can someone go to find out more about the programs that are part of your division?
So to learn more about our programs, you can go to the A-State main webpage, and you can do astate.edu/diversity to learn more.
Now, before I let you go, I want to remind everyone about our strategic plan. A huge part of our strategic plan is also about creating stronger relationships with our community as well, and part of your division has responsibility for community engagement. So how are you guys involved with community engagement here in Arkansas State?
You know, quite honestly, A-State succeeds when our communities succeed, whether that's Jonesboro or Northeast Arkansas or the Delta region. And we know that is when we all work together, we can lift our communities up. I'm very excited about our outreach and our partnerships, and that being discussed as one of the major pinpoints of our strategic plan is really exciting, and we're glad that one of our goals directly aligns with community engagement.
Well, it's one of the things I'm most proud about this strategic plan is that we've been all-encompassing, and we invited community members to be part of the planning process. And in the end, one of our 5 key goals was about strengthening the relationship between our campus in the community, that what we call the town and gown relationship. So, well, thanks very much, Maurice. It's great to have you here, and look forward to hearing more from your division as time goes on.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, sir. As you can see, there's a lot going on at Arkansas State as we begin the Spring 20 semester. Our community engagement began with the hosting of the 18th annual Craighead County Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. events. The annual walk began at our Military Science Building and brought together a wide range of groups to salute Dr. King's legacy. They made their way to Riceland Hall at Fowler Center, where we heard an inspiring message from John Register, a U.S. Army veteran and silver medal Paralympian. I'm always humbled to be a participant in these events, and it is our privilege to be the host each year. This month, we will also host several events for our annual Black History Month. You can learn more about these events on our website at astate.edu/BHM2020. We talked a lot about community engagement today, and I'm sure many of you know about the Red Wolf Convention Center and Embassy Suites Hotel that is now open on our campus. This public-private partnership is the result of years of work among university administrators, ASU system officials, faculty, City of Jonesboro staff and communities, and of course, our private investment partners at O'Reilly Hospitality. Look for an official grand opening and ribbon cutting coming soon. As we wrap up this month's edition of the First Friday video, I want to welcome two campus student leaders to the video, Gabriela Huerta and Dominique Phillips. Thank you both for joining me today.
Thanks, Dr. D.
So you guys are both important student leaders here, and so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves before we move on, like where'd you go to school, and what your major is here, and how far you are along your program?
I'm originally from Little Rock, Arkansas. I went to Robinson High School, and I'm currently a sophomore here at A-State, majoring in biology pre-med.
Very good.
I am a criminology and sociology double major.
Criminology, sociology,
yes,
very good.
Sir. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I went to Parkview, Arts and Science Magnet. And
So we got a little rivalry here.
Yes.
Did you guys ever compete against each other athletically or anything?
We actually did not.
academic-wise,
Now, you've got a good
yes.
football program, don't you?
Yeah, we have a really good football program. We actually won state this year.
Yeah,
So,
there you go. Very good. Proud of you guys.
And our basketball team is #1 in the state.
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
So how far along are you in your studies?
I am a senior, so I will be graduating
In
May.
That's
Yes,
exciting.
sir.
And so do you have plans for after you graduate?
Ooh, law school.
Wow, that's good. Now I
Gonna
know
tackle it.
you're doing an internship this semester, aren't you?
Yes,
With the DA's
sir.
office? Tell us a little bit about that.
I am interning with one of the deputy prosecutors of Craighead County, Miss Tiara Turner, and it's really fun. I'm learning a lot, and I'm really loving the field that I will be in.
Well, we think it's really important for our students to get internship opportunities because you learn a lot about the field you're going into, perhaps when you graduate from Arkansas State. Sometimes you learn that you don't want to do that for a living, but other times you learn, and it's a good experience for you to learn about what it's like to be a lawyer, for example, in this case. So, now Dominique, I understand that you also work with our student diversity recruitment team. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So Student Diversity and Recruitment is a campus-wide initiative ran by students. We go back to our old high schools and basically recruit the minority students that look like us. We want to be able to say, hey guys, we look just like you, we're just like you, we come from the same place, and we're loving A-State. We're part of a pack. There's a lot of different things for us. We let them know the different majors. We'll tell them about the different organizations and just campus life in general. So we also assist them with the application process, and I think that's one of the most important pieces because a lot of high school students, they don't understand what needs to go where, and I know I speak from you and me, right? The application, our application was actually different from the one now.
It's a lot easier now. We have a new program now. It makes it a lot easier to apply.
And so we just want to make sure that they know every question to answer. They know how to answer. If they have any questions, it's always good to have someone that's able to say, okay, this is how you fill it out, help them submit it. We also, the Jonesboro students, we also love to tell them about the 870 plan that we've initiated, and I believe that's this year. We started it this year, first year. And a lot of students, especially minority students, they jump right on that and think it's really cool. So
the 870 program is great. So the students fill out the FAFSA, which is a federal form that you fill out that shows about how much support your parents can give you when you go to college. And if your FAFSA is equal to 0, which means your estimated family contribution is equal to 0, that will cover the rest of whatever college costs are for your scholarship, to make sure that your tuition and fees are actually equal to 0 as well. So Gabriella, you are also a member of a student group here on campus called OLA. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I'm actually the vice president of OLA,
yeah.
which is the Hispanic Outreach and Latino Appreciation Club here on campus. So our main initiative is to bring awareness to the Latino and Hispanic culture on campus and our community. We do this by doing cultural enrichment programs and just opening up a space to talk about our culture.
Now, I understand that group's actually grown in size quite a bit.
It really is. We actually this year, me and another student brought it back together because it was like initially over. And right now we have over 50 students.
Over 50 students,
50
that's
students.
right. Well, the number of African American students continues to climb here, but also the number of Hispanic students is climbing as well here at Arkansas State, so we're excited about that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining me today. It's really exciting to see you. It's great to see a Little Rock high school rivalry here as well. And I know off camera we were having some fun taking jabs at each other, but it's good to see you guys are both Red Wolves to the core, though, right?
Love it.
Oh, yes.
And congratulations on almost graduating in
Thank
May.
you.
And then you've got a couple more years here, right?
Yes.
So who knows, you might be back on the First Friday video some other time talking about something else going on here on campus.
Hope so.
All right, congratulations. And that is going to wrap up the February edition of the First Friday video. If you have questions or want to connect in any way, remember you can always email me at chancellor@astate.edu, or you can follow me on social media at KDAMP. Until next month, wolves up, everybody.